As we all know, the Nintendo Wii is one of Nintendo's greatest consoles ever made. It sold hundreds and thousands and billions of consoles. The Wii lived a long and prosperous life, with its life cycle ending peacefully years ago. But for some reason, there are people in the world that thought it was necessary to bring the Wii back to life and turn it into a Frankensteinian-like monster through a method called homebrewing. In this video, I'm gonna explain why it's wrong and unethical to homebrew your Wii, and hopefully stop you from making the same mistakes millions of other people have made already. Now let's get into it. Reason number 1 why you shouldn't mod your Wii is because it literally turns your console into a sort of Netflix for games. Let me explain. With the modded Wii, you now have access to basically every Wii game under the sun. Now, do you remember the last time you opened up Netflix and tried searching for a movie or show to watch? How many hours did you spend before finally picking a movie to watch while you scroll TikTok on your phone anyways? The point I'm making here is, having a modded Wii with tons of games in it makes it so that you basically have no idea which game to play at all. You're paralyzed with all these options. And not only that, but because you can get so many games on the modded Wii, it makes it so that you appreciate them less and less, especially because most people get these games illegally. So obviously no one would appreciate a game they didn't pay their hard-earned money for. And is that what you want? To mod your Wii and lose your appreciation for the finer things in life, like Super Mario Galaxy? Reason number 2 why modding your Wii is just a lose-lose situation is the fact that modding your Wii is just scary, bro. Everyone loves to say that modding your Wii is easy, but what they don't tell you is just how sketchy it is to do that. For example, you have a couple of popular options when modding your Wii. You can try modding your Wii without connecting it to the internet, which means you have to go to some random website online and download a freaking bomb inside a letter. As if that wasn't scary enough, the next step you have to do is send this letter bomb to your Wii in the mail. Like, bruh, you expect me to open that? No thank you. Now let's say you want to mod your Wii using a different method, like by connecting it to the internet. Well, everything is all fine and dandy in this process in the beginning. You connect your Wii to the internet, put in the custom DNS, whatever that means, but then, this is where things get freaky. You're literally met face to face with My Little Pony. You mean to tell me the person who's been telling me how to mod my Wii is a brony? And on top of that, apparently you aren't supposed to click accept or don't accept on this screen. So what happens if I do? Is this guy trying to scam me or something? And to make matters worse, after this part, your screen suddenly goes into full-on static mode for a bit. Talk about scary there. Reason 3 why you shouldn't mod your Wii can be summed up in 3 words. Modded Mario Kart. I have this strange relationship with modded Mario Kart that I won't get into, but I'll make it quick. I once lacked morals and modded my Wii so that I can play some Mario Kart Wii online. And I was punished for that immediately afterwards, because once I had played some Mario Kart Wii online, I was immediately beaten up by a bunch of Funky Kongs on flame runners in my lobbies. Which, if you're not familiar with any of what I just said, Funky Kong is a pay-to-win character in Mario Kart Wii that everyone who plays the game online uses. And needless to say, these hardcore Mario Kart Wii gamers made me regret ever modding my Wii to play this game online. Reason number 4 why you shouldn't mod your Wii is because you can order pizza on it. That's right. Apparently, through some sort of witchcraft, you can get Domino's delivered to your door from the comfort of your Wii. Now you might be thinking, oh, this is awesome, what is there to complain about here? Well, the issue here is, you can only order from Domino's on your Wii. And for the process you have to go through to mod your Wii and get the food channel up and running on it, you'd think we should be able to order from more restaurants on here, right? It's so much easier to just download the DoorDash app on your phone than go through this whole modding your Wii process. And as we all know, DoorDash lets you order from more places than just Domino's. So unless you want Domino's to have a monopoly in the pizza delivery industry and to eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I recommend you stop modding your Wii now. Another reason I hear people throw around a lot when they try to justify modding their Wiis is that they love playing all these emulators on them, like NES or Super Nintendo emulators. And I think it's just ridiculous how people prefer to play these games on an emulator on their Wii instead of playing them in the best possible quality through the emulators that the Nintendo Switch Online service offers. There's a good chance that if you own a Wii that you also own a Switch with the online service that gives you access to SNES, NES, GBA, and Nintendo 64 emulators all in one nice package. But you mean to tell me you prefer playing these games in some low image quality Wii? I don't know, I feel like that's just a waste of time and resources if you ask me, and I'm just trying to help you out here. Another reason you shouldn't mod your Wii is because you can play all these different modified versions of Wii games like the popular Smash Bros mod, Project M EX Remix, which gives you access to a ton of new characters you can play as, or you can even play Smash Bros Universe, which has an insane number of characters to choose from. And as I mentioned before, you can also play a modded version of Mario Kart with CTG-PR, which gives you access to over 200 new tracks to race on. Now don't get it twisted, I'm not advertising any of these. The problem with mods like these is that they make you not care for the base games anymore. They spoil you by letting you play an absurd amount of content in these games. And then you'll start expecting that kind of content from actual Nintendo games. And we can't expect that from Nintendo in the future because that would lead to a lot of disappointment. So don't even think about booting up any of these mods if you know what's good for you. The final and arguably best reason why you shouldn't mod your Wii is that your poor Wii just can't handle it. Sure, there might be a lot of tutorials on how to mod your Wii safely without breaking it, and as the old saying goes, Wii modders were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should mod the Wii. The Wii is almost a 20-year-old console. Modding it and putting a bunch of games on it with a 1TB SD card isn't something our founding fathers would want us to do with it. The Wii is used to the good old days of playing one inserted game disc at a time, not whatever this is. And not only that, but to expect the Wii to play modded versions of these games too is a textbook definition of trying to teach an old dog new tricks. This is all just too much of a burden on your poor old Wii, and trust me, I know because it told me. So do yourself and your Wii a favor and don't mod it. Save yourself a lifetime of guilt by not tampering with your beloved console. If you found this video helpful in any way, then go ahead and subscribe for more Wii-esque videos. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of it. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out my previous videos on why you shouldn't mod your 3DS. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.